Hi my friends, how are you? I hope everybody is well. My name is Daniel Villarino. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I would like to apologize, I haven't been uploading videos as often as I like, but in this case duty and pleasure got in the way. Duty because with my wife we have decided to make a remodeling project in the house. It was a big project. The house has 3 floors, the middle floor, the top floor where the bedrooms are, and then the basement. And in the middle floor, the different parts of the house, the dining room, the living room, every part had different type of flooring. Some had carpet, some had vinyl, some had ceramic. Ceramics were cracked, the vinyl was peeling off, so we decided to exchange everything and put the same type of hardwood floors all over that first floor. And that implied that we had to move everything to the top floor and the basement before the contractors came to do the change. Once we had everything out of the way and the floor were changed, we took advantage of the situation to paint everything, and then I got involved in remodeling the powder room, which is a small bath on that floor. Changed the cabinet, the sink, all the accessories and lighting, etc. And also I did the change of all the outlets and light switches in that floor because they were in bad condition. Many of the outlets have been painted over several times. Sometimes you couldn't even put the end of the cord inside because they were obstructed, and some didn't work. So I did a change of everything. In total it was like I believe 50 switches and outlets. Quite a job. Well, when we finished everything, then we had to move everything back again to that floor. And at the end, when everything was in good shape, we had the visit of my brother-in-law and his girlfriend. He's my wife's younger brother, and it's the first time he came along with his girlfriend to the US, so we took advantage of that and went to see different places in Washington and Baltimore, and it was really a pleasure to have him here. But you know how that works. I mean, while you are enjoying, you are not working. I wasn't idle all the time. I did some work, and I'm going to show here something that I did with one of the boards in my workshop, the one that is closer to the lathe, the way I organize the tools there. So I'm going to show you that, and then after that I'm going to go to the topic of today. Oh, but before, I want to share something with you. I am really happy. April 15 was my birthday, and yesterday I had the opportunity to go to the house of a very good friend, Eric. You might remember him. I made him a fire starter, and there is a video for that. Well, I went for some other reason to his house yesterday. There was a celebration there, and he surprised me with a birthday present. I didn't see him in these past 2 months, and he gave me this birthday present. I want to share it with you. Look at this. If it is not a beauty, this is just the wrapping of the present, and the content is incredible. Look at that. These pieces of wood are something. This is tulip wood. It's a northeast Brazilian species. It's very hard wood, beautiful grain, and it's also dried already, so I can use it and do something, and it's already stable. And the 2 top pieces, the spindle squares, are Macassar ebony. also dried. So man, Eric, I am like a kid in a toy store. You know, this is something, a beautiful gift. Thank you so much. So now let's go to the part of the ordering of my tool board, and then I'm going to go to the topic of the day. Okay, you can see the lathe here, and on the wall, on the back of the lathe, I have this board. Is a board with perforations, where I have organized my tools. A lot of them. I have some others in another board, but these are the ones I use the most. And I have, for example, 2 bolt gouges on the left, right there, the big one, and then the other one that I use more frequently. The 3 tools, easy tools with carbide cutters. I have these hexagonal wrenches that I use for the chucks, as well as the 2 wrenches for opening and closing the chucks. And this tool I use also to secure them. And then I have several life centers up there, and a few more here. I have a conic life center there, and then these 2 and the one that is smaller are the parting tools. I have a couple of roughing gouges there, a point tool, another easy tool, or carbide cutters, one of the skew chisels. I have a bowl scraper, a couple of tools for making hollow forms, and then I have the spindle gouges there, 3 of them. The large hollowing king is there, and then a couple of other scrapers with round point over there. So one of the things that I wanted to show you is that I use hot glue to stick these hooks to the board. That way, every time that I remove something from there or I put it back, I don't have to worry about the hooks becoming undone. And the same I did with this type of hook here. Every time I try to move these tools, these hooks here and here will sometimes jump and go to the floor and mix with the scrapings, and it was a pain. So by fixing them to the board, it is much easier to remove and put back the tools there, and also the cleaning, because I can use the vacuum or a blower to remove the dust from there. Okay, so this is basically one of the projects I've been doing all this time, trying to get a little bit more organized. Okay, some of my subscribers have requested me to do some videos showing tools or explaining about tools for people who are just beginning in the work of the lathe, woodturning, and this beautiful hobby or work for many people. And I know that there are a lot of videos out there from people who have much more experience than I do. A couple of them come to my mind. Miguel Sanchez, for the Spanish following audience, has incredible material, and Mike Wood in England, he also has a complete series of videos for beginners, explaining how to use tools, different type of tools, implements of lathe, etc. So basically what I'm going to do is try to mix once in a while a small video with some information about the lathe, or things that I found along the way from my own experience, which may be repeated again. You know, there's a lot of material there, so I will still try to give my contribution. And the first thing that I would like to show, and I made some space so that I can show you here some diagrams, is a classification of a general classification of tools. You have so many different tools in woodturning that it's difficult to put them in groups. But there are two general groups that most of the tools fall into those two. One of them are the cutting tools, and the other one is the scraping tools. So for the cutting tools, and I am showing here a diagram for a gouge. In this diagram you can see the piece of wood and the axis of rotation and the direction of the rotation. You can see the tool rest, and also you can see a gouge. And the gouge is supported on the tool rest. You can see that the handle of the gouge is inclined towards the floor, while the tip is pointing upward a little bit. And the reason for that is that normally the point of the cutting point of a gouge or any other cutting tool will be above the center of rotation. The natural cause for that is shown in the next diagram, and is that you always want to rub the bevel, the bevel of the tool. And let me show you a tool here, and this is a ball gouge, and you can see right there the cutting part, and then marked in black, this part in black is the bevel of the tool. And what you want with a tool of this type is to rub the bevel, so to have contact between the bevel and the piece of wood, like that. Okay, that's the way that you will get the smoother and more efficient type of cut with this type of tools. And the other characteristics of these tools is that when you raise the handle and lower the tip, consequently, the cut becomes more aggressive. So those are the three characteristics I could explain about cutting tools. And then how do they compare to the scraping tools? Well, in the diagram below here, you can see that in the case of the scraping tool, in this case a normal scraper, the point of cut is at the center or below the center of rotation. So in the case of the cutting tool, because you want to rub the bevel, normally you end up putting the handle towards the floor. In the case of the scraping tool, you don't want to rub the bevel, so basically you want the best support possible for the tool, and that's when you have the tool almost flat on top of the support. And you can see in this diagram what I was saying, that you don't rub the bevel. Basically the only contact in the case of a scraping tool is between the sharp edge and the wood. There is no additional contact. And then the final thing is in the case of a scraping tool, like this one for example, okay, if you look, this is the bevel. The top part normally is flat, and because of the way the tool is positioned, you don't rub the bevel and you are cutting just with this edge here. Okay. And normally one other difference between these two tools is that for the case of the gouge or the cutting tools, you always are trying to cut as, let's say that my finger is the support for the tool. You always want to have the cutting edge as close to the support as possible. In the case of the scraping tool, like in this case, well, you always want to also have the support as close to the tip, the cutting tip, as possible, but sometimes you can't because you are working inside a box or inside a bowl, and you don't have more, solution than to be cutting farther away from that. So you don't want to have the tool like this because that will not be very, very stable. You want to have it, as if this is the tool rest, as supported as possible to give it more stability and have a better cut. Okay, so in this final diagram I am showing the characteristics of the two type of tools and how they compare. The cutting point above the center in the cutting tools, below the center or at the center with the scrapers, the position of the tool inclined with the tip towards the ceiling and the handle towards the floor in the case of the cutting tool, more or less horizontal, or if anything a little bit with the tip towards the floor in the case of the scraping tools. And then the cut is more aggressive when you raise the handle in the case of the cutting tools, or when you lower it in the case of the scraping tools. So those are the main characteristics of these two groups. Most tools fall within one of these, but there are some specialized tools that don't fall in either of the two groups. In any case, I hope this was helpful for those woodturners that are starting to gain some from our experience. So if you enjoy this video, mark the like button below. If you want, you can make comments or questions down there. And also, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please do so. That way, whenever I upload a new video, you will receive a notification. And it will be until the next one. Cheers!